broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Wait for it.
Some people wait a lifetime
Bring it in.
for a moment like this.
Come on now.
That off pitching can only mean one thing. With up to over 1 billion downloads in 2015, you made AFTERBUZZ your one-stop, one destination for true after-show entertainment. And 2016 is here, and we are the American Idol After Show. I'm JC Rubio. Follow me at JC Rubio TV, and starting with my lovely lady to my left.
Which camera am I looking at?
All of them.
Hi everybody! I'm Violet Kanian, and it's so good to be back. You guys can follow me everywhere at Violet Kanian.
And across the table.
It's your girl, Steffi G. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi, and make sure to tweet me during the show because we don't have the chat roll.
Well, actually, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. And I'm
regardless,
gonna
tweet me anyways at Stephanie Giorgi. You already know.
And okay, guys, I know all the Jason fans are gonna be, what?
I know.
Jason, wow, I love the hair.
Yeah.
No, Jason couldn't make it in. He's on assignment, right? At the last
He's on
minute.
assignment right now.
But
So I brought a straighter version of him, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Yep.
Stephen, let the world know who you are.
My name is Stephen Helmkamp. I've been a host here at AfterBuzz. Been looking forward to coming on this show for quite some time.
And he
Stephanie
snuck his
is
way
the
on.
gatekeeper here. She has kept me off, but I found my way through tonight. It's a pleasure to be here at Stephen Helmkamp on Twitter and Instagram.
And the plot thickens. Yes, and of course, who do we have running the ones and two tonight? Not all at once. I believe it's Ray in the back. The lovely Ray,
Yeah.
the part-time model himself. Thank you for joining us, Ray. And of course, our fans, our chat roll, it's firing. It's good to have you tonight, guys. We started a little late because all the chaos, because it was truly an emotional, special moment. First of all, thoughts, farewell season. Let's start with
That intro. I'm just gonna start. I really don't care.
Mm.
That intro was a tearjerker. We were like, yeah, the mascara was about to start running, and it was just gonna be a mess, and it was really sweet.
overall thoughts. I mean,
I am so excited. I loved it. And I just finished doing The Voice, and I'm so happy it's over because I love this show so much more, and I don't care to say it.
oh, is it the truth?
I didn't like it. I loved it.
Hey.
See how he tied that in. I love
He
that.
did.
Like very,
I guess
very
you will be our little Harry, won't
Come
you?
on, come on.
Okay.
Really loved it. You know, but I don't like the idea like every good thing must come to an end. This is such a dope show. Why end it? Keep it going. You're gonna make tons of money off advertisement. People love it. It's such a feel-good show. So I'm really excited to see this season, obviously, but I'm a little disappointed. It's the farewell season.
Here's a question I want to ask the chat roll and you guys at the same time. Do you think we're going to reminisce so much about the show where it's going to be all these alumni coming back and we're just going to be like you guys were crying, Steffi and Violet were crying throughout the first half of the show. Yeah. Are we going to lose that in the end? This is a competition as well. Are we going to lose that because we're just going to be reminiscing and
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of takes me back to when it was Simon's last year, and it was kind of like in the finale, everyone came back and all of that was done, but I don't remember who won that year.
can we be objective?
I think we can. I think we can.
I think it's going to be great because I couldn't help but think that if I followed Idol from the beginning and I wanted to be a singer, this would be my one chance. So I just feel that all of these contestants, knowing that they'll never be in next year, that they're really gonna put their hearts into it. I think these performances are gonna be passionate. I think that it's gonna be so entertaining to have all of these guests come in, and then just like you said, the reminiscing is gonna be great.
A trip down memory lane. And Stephen, I mean, you've been dying to be a part of this. So I mean, what did you see tonight? I mean.
Yeah, no, I think I think it all comes down to the music. I think at the end of the day, I think the backstories are great. Bringing the wives and the families and the kids and all that makes a very, very compelling show. It makes you feel attached to that contestant. But I think at the end of the day, it does come down to the music. And like Harry even made a comment, like, we're going to have some really tough choices, like for real, in his whatever accent.
Right.
And I think, I mean, just out the gate, there's going to be a lot of tough choices to make.
You know, Ryan said something quite poignant. I did some late research, finally, for the show, and about Ryan saying that there's something special about being that last name that's going to win American Idol. People will remember who was the last winner on Idol, just like they did with
Kelly
the first.
Clarkson,
Totally.
our Lord Savior.
Yes.
I did that for
You're
Jason
speaking
because
that for-
that's
Shout out to Jason Eichler, who will be joining us next week. But we still got a show to talk about. We got 2 hours.
And so much to cover. So many contestants. Yeah.
So first off, we started in, I believe it was Hotlanta, and alumni number 1, pre-judging, we had season 2 champion Ruben Studdard, looking good, looking sharp. But first off, let's start off with Michelle Marie, age 15, who's singing Leanne Rhymes.
Yeah.
What I mean, was she? No, she was the one who.
She sang Blue.
Watched it when she
She was
right.
she every single season. She cried when was it season 10?
Scott
McCreery.
Scott
No.
McCreery. Or
No, he won. Something McIntyre.
the guy who was,
When
some kid, one of them that was gypped, I guess. That's what she said, and she was crying.
I missed it. I was looking away, so I missed it. But I know she was heavily invested, and I thought it wasn't going to be as strong as it was, and I was beyond pleasantly surprised.
Me
She
too.
was. This season, I think they're going to construct the story, the cinematic feel of the show, especially the first hour. I had never seen anything like that until tonight.
Right.
And they're going to balls out. I'm sorry for our 8 to 20-year-olds. I'm sorry. I'm saying
Balls out.
no, they're going to let it all out.
They should be in bed right now.
That's true. We are late, but she was beautiful.
She was cute.
Now let's see. And I wrote this is my quote.
Your little corner.
I gotta read my quote because I'm full of notes. I'm rusty. No, my quote was, "This is American Idol right here. This little girl. This is she's the
Absolutely.
epitome of what the show has always been about."
Wait until they give her makeover.
Right.
She's gonna be a star.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you see, but this is why I love American Idol so much, because it has this wonderful charm. And I wrote, I love amateurs, because there's something different about those who've been exposed to the business and to singing and this, and sometimes they get a little bit jaded, or sometimes they expect too much, where let's mold someone into something really spectacular. And that's what American Idol was. And it's really inspiring, and it's refreshing to kind of see raw dreams come true, not just because of word of mouth or who you know. It's just these people from random places off the grid who are trying to make it, and then they do, and it's amazing to watch.
So, Stephen, was she a good start or a great start?
So I actually didn't see this contestant.
Okay.
I kind of tuned in a few contestants later,
all right.
but it sounds like it's just a diamond in the rough. This girl.
She wasn't
and-
perfect, but sorry.
Hey,
This just in.
Yeah.
No, she was like you said, more than a diamond in the rough. She's that 15 years old, the perfect first contestant.
Yeah.
You know, sweet, huge, like us, a super fan of the show, and can sing. We were all, look at you, you're still glowing. about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, she was awesome.
No, and then of course, I mean, they started strong. Like you said something that'll come to play a little bit later. Where were all the bad singers? We'll get into them a little bit. But of course, because the second contestant, Josiah Siska, and I didn't get his age, and he reminded me
I think
of,
he was 17.
yes, he sang Johnny Cash. And he had this, for those fans, super fans, reminded me of Richie Law.
I mean,
The deep.
It reminded me of Scotty McCreery.
Oh, yes? Okay.
yeah.
As good as Scotty?
No,
No.
I didn't like him.
You didn't like this guy?
him.
You didn't like Josiah?
Why?
I think his the whole low thing. It was a beautiful tone. It was a really nice voice, but how
wanna
far
see
is he gonna
more,
go?
right.
I mean, I feel like Scotty had so much more range. He had a big personality. Like he was just lovable. This guy, not so much.
I hate agreeing with you. No, I'm not gonna go that far. I want to see what he does besides the deep voice.
I don't
Exactly.
think he can do
It's too
anything
early to
else.
tell. Anyone agree?
I've been
disagree?
watching this
that
show
makes
a
a
lot.
full range contestant though. When you do branch out, and we can see what else you can do other than just going low. Let's see what you can do mid range. See what you can
Right.
do high. I mean, I feel like that's the American Idol, the winner.
Right.
Yes.
You got to be able to do different things.
All right.
He sounded great. I just have to see more also, but I loved him.
It's
I mean,
so-
I love Johnny Cash. If you can do Johnny Cash even lower than Johnny Cash, I mean, goddamn, you know? Excuse me. So.
It's so hard to critique them because this is all we've gotten of them so far. So
Yeah.
give me a few weeks. Wait till we get to Vegas, then we'll see.
Right.
For sure. But too early, yes. But this was the intriguing. I mean, a season full of stories. I believe her name was
Lindita.
Lindita from what is
Kosovo.
she? Kosovo. Yes, lost 150 pounds to be on the show.
Get it, girl.
That's insane.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Steven is like
150 pounds to be on the show?
That's what
Like
she's
to prep for it, she was like, "I'm
Like
about
she
to be
wants
on
to look
American
good.
Idol. I'm not about to look whack on TV."
Yeah.
And she knows. She's like, "I know how people vote, so I gotta look better and then
for
make
her.
it
What's up?
happen."
I mean,
for her.
and if you're a record label and you want to get signed, I mean, the record label wants to sell you as a whole package.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Very
your image is
telegenic.
definitely a part of it.
She was very, very pretty, very telegenic, I thought, and
Mm-hmm.
quite the story. Lost the weight, and sang a song that's, it's one of those no songs up there with Adele for me.
Right.
On Idol.
Which
And
one was it?
Wow.
Man's World.
Yeah.
You know, Joshua
Do you
Lindett.
remember who sang "A Man's World" last?
Go-
Clark Beckham.
Quick shout out to Clark watching at home. If you are watching, what is up, my man? Yeah, no. So thoughts on her. You know, for being
I
a
loved
big voice.
her.
Yeah.
I really liked her. I loved her style. It was R&B. She had soul. It was like, yeah, she was singing Man's World, but she wasn't like trying to go all out. She
No,
was
she
more
didn't.
like, you know, this is me. This is my vibe. This is what you can get. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
I think she did too much, but it was she was a powerful singer, so we needed to see that. And thank goodness the judges were like, regardless of you going out of control with your runs, just because you can do them doesn't mean you have to do them. But she, like Harry said, she committed to that last one, which is fine. Now I'm excited for her to get her coaching to kind of tone it down and like control her voice,
You know
because she
what's-
has no control in it.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but I remembered her vibe and her style more than I remembered her run.
Because, but that was nice, and that's what's so good about her. And I feel that if she was committed to lose that 150 pounds, it just
She could
kinda-
do anything.
Yes, she can. There's going to be a different commitment when it comes to her voice and her performance. She's like well, wait, where is she from?
Kosovo, I think.
Yeah, she kind of reminded me of Amy Winehouse, but she just
Really?
didn't. Yeah.
You know, now, do we think she'll make it to the live shows?
I'm upset I missed this first handful of
You know what,
contestants. I'm like, dude,
I know.
this is.
You
I got thrown in the mix and I'm upset.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
give
back
him
and check it out.
advice.
Go to before that. Go to her YouTube page. She's got a version of this song, but she tweaked the title of it and she made it her own. Just a little side note for you guys. Yes.
My advice, I'm gonna give it to you, just because none of you will ever know. Sometimes just wing it.
Yeah. No, I feel
Don't
you.
worry about it. If you didn't see, you'll see it later.
Yeah, totally.
And I just want to
I
give
thought
a
it was
quick
gonna be there's the door right there. Like, I thought it was gonna be
That
like,
was
yo.
good advice. That was
No,
really good advice.
We're a family here, and I finally got the
thanks.
chat roll to start working. And
Yay.
I want to say hi to Sylvia Love and Corvus 13,
What's up,
Joseph
Sylvia?
Boza. Guys, chime in. Let us know what you
Boza,
think.
what's good, man?
Yes.
Welcome back.
And they can't wait for you two to go out at this season. That's what they said.
Which two?
Violet and Stephanie.
Hey.
Steven's only been here 12 minutes.
Yeah, no.
Give him a few minutes.
Somebody's like ready. Let's do it.
You know,
Which one?
he may have a honky tonk side to him. We
Right.
don't know. Maybe
I am
like
from the Redneck Riviera at Pensacola Beach, Florida.
there we go.
Oh,
so,
shoot.
Come on, somebody.
and if you
There's
didn't
gonna be an accent that's gonna come out.
Come
soon.
on,
I do
somebody.
love me some Southern boys. Y'all know that.
What's up, little Harry?
You're gonna settle down, you three. Where's Jason when I need him? All right. Now, speaking of honky tonk, let's talk about our next guy, Mr. Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
He was adorable.
Why didn't
I
he
loved
make it
him.
past the
'Cause
first
his
round?
voice
Because
wasn't
his
strong.
vocals weren't there.
Remember the gentleman? Was it last season? Or the season before? He was the mobster with the charm,
Yeah,
like Billy
I liked
Bob.
him a lot.
Yeah, but Billy Bob, if you actually heard, first of all, you couldn't hear him sing because everyone was
I
making
agree.
a show
I
out of
didn't
it.
like that.
So I didn't really hear him, but regardless, what I did hear wasn't.
Let's fill in Steven. Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I mean, I see her note here is just no on Billy Bob. Just straight up, just no.
Well, let's fill you in because the judges had a little bit of a little playtime. You know, they're sticking it up, and J-Lo was on the table.
Yeah.
And Billy Bob wanted some J-Lo for dinner.
Yeah,
You know,
he
so
was hungry.
like-
Who
You got
doesn't? He's
distracted.
not.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
I mean, hello.
no, but they were. But is it too distracting what the judges did?
Sure, and
Yes.
it wasn't that it was distracting, but on top of that, again, like I said, did they take the opportunity to listen to him sing, or was it that he sang so poorly that what they heard also, they're just like, not about it?
It's
know-
definitely distracting, but at the same time, like, you're a performer, anything can happen. And I understand, like,
that's
it
true.
wasn't perfectly laid out, maybe as some of the other contestants' chance was. But if you're on stage, someone could throw something at you, or a mic could go out, or whatever. So you kind of got to be ready to deal with the elements.
Yeah.
And Keith was
Yes.
singing with him. I thought that was so rude. Shut up and let him sing. It's his audition.
Well, here,
Agreed.
I thought you were going to say this about Keith, and it was fascinating that Keith was actually the first one to chime in saying no, and he was rather stern about it. Because remember, Keith, for the last few, he tends to be, I don't want to say let's just say he's the one that kills them with kindness.
Right.
And
True.
he's always the last one. He's always the softest one. I always think the nicest one. And I was shocked to see that he was the bad cop. So
And he was singing, so he didn't really hear him anyway.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things where after a couple of seasons, you catch some of your episodes, you see how you are, and sometimes you want to change that, especially if it's one of those things where this is the last season. Just you gotta. We don't need. William Hung was
He
done.
could
It's
have
over.
been good. He wasn't like comical. He was just not strong vocal.
Yeah,
okay.
and it was better that they didn't lead it on if it wasn't there.
broke my
Did
Just
you
say
all
no.
think? And ask the fans. Should have Billy Bob have stayed?
Maybe not stayed, but given another chance to actually sing something without somebody
But
chiming
there,
in.
not another chance in Hollywood.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Another
Exactly.
chance there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to someone I think everyone agreed about. Yes.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
loved him.
Steffi, take it away.
Jean. No, he was really sweet. I wish he sang a little more powerful, but what he gave us was wonderful. And I feel, again, like I said, it's one of those things where if you hear the potential, then let's continue with it because, I don't know. And he looked cool. So if he can give us more, then he's already very marketable for me, which I know we hate to bring that up and we say that every season, but
Does
it
he
was.
have the voice to move on?
Yeah,
think
but
so.
I want to hear in Hollywood. I think that someone's gonna help him with a music choice, and then he'll have the help of these other singers. You know what's crazy is that from the time that they audition to the time that they're in Hollywood, a lot of them learn a lot from each other, from their peers. So that's a good part about them being able to work together instead of a competition. Well, I mean, it is a competition, but they still help each other.
Thoughts?
Sorry, that was great.
They help each other bring each other's A game.
Yeah, they do.
Thoughts on Lee Jean? Anyone else that disagree?
Legend.
No, I loved it. He felt what he was singing.
Okay.
It was like,
And I like
Breath
how
of
he
fresh
started
air.
it. It was great. He gave us a little performance.
I like him.
All right, he was a little soulful. Yeah, he had that kind of singer-songwriter type of
Yeah.
vibe, with mixed with a little Mr. Steal Your Girl. If you remember
Yes.
that, you're welcome.
Mr. Stay Your Girl.
Yes, and then now we moved on to Denver.
Denver.
Dun dun dun.
And then Mr. Soul Patrol, Taylor Hicks. What's the look, Steph?
Can we just move?
Because I was just thinking about Jenive.
What?
That was the next one, right?
Yes, Jenive Rose Mitchell, age 15. Watch her transformation. That's all I gotta say about
exactly.
her.
That's
her
what I
face
said
was
needs work.
Really pretty.
Her face was very beautiful, so we know that when she
Yeah.
gets to LA, they're gonna make her look great. I thought that what was charming about her was her performance aspect, meaning I wanted to watch her because she was being so cute with her facial expressions, and that's very good. But
Totally.
Definitely gonna take a lot more than that to move forward than just the facial expressions, right?
yeah, it is
I mean, that'll get
because
you
her
so
voice
far,
was
but-
it was good, but that's it.
I agree. I thought it was really bad.
It was
She kind of like butchered the Brand Perry song.
Okay.
The chainsaw, right?
believe
And I don't know,
so,
the
yes.
facial expressions was too much. It was.
She was too corny for you?
She was way too corny. The voice was not there. She wasn't even singing half the time.
Violet, this is a girl that
I'm
lives
like
off
really
the grid.
random.
Yes.
Well, maybe she should stay off the grid, okay?
And Violet, what's your Twitter handle again?
Yeah.
Violet Kanian, tweet me your
Yeah,
love.
we'll get a little hot hate tweets there.
Yes.
She's
think
not gonna see it.
Yeah.
you are terrible.
Coming with the punches.
This usually happens
with
mid-season,
the
Steven.
punches,
Let
yeah.
me just let you know. But week one, you're firing.
yes,
Yeah,
because we're
coming out
excited
hot.
to be here,
so
everyone.
excited.
Come on.
American Idol.
You know what? She reminded me of Casey Abrams. A little Casey Abrams funk, season 10.
Whoa.
The funk. Harry said it himself. Remove the braces. Give the look. She's not
Casey
gonna,
Abrams
I don't see
is
her winning.
Casey
Much better.
Abrams'
He's
voice.
like,
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
She was like,
His is
not
all
that
from
way.
inside. Hers is
But
like.
it was a funk. It was a funk. It was.
I like how she played her instrument.
Can she sell records?
No,
Thank you.
absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
Is it about selling records?
Yes.
I mean, the end
For
goal
American
is to get
Idol?
It. Yeah,
Yes.
the end
Lindita
goal
Wise, Crystal Bauer Sox, Scotty McCurtain.
That was a
Scotty's
bad
good.
season.
Okay.
Lee and Crystal were on the same season.
Candace Glover,
He was
Caleb
bad
Sells
season.
Johnson.
records. Caleb was a disaster.
No, and I'm not saying not to slight
Well,
them.
he
I'm just
ruined it
saying
for himself,
they
but that's
underperformed compared to other people in the previous. Yes, Violet, go ahead.
I'll save it for later.
Okay, Violet. All right. Let's move on to someone I think I actually really loved.
I love too, and I love how she spells her name.
Yes.
Go ahead, please. Sonika?
Sonika.
Sonika
Well, I like
the
how she spells her
dog.
name because it reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry, but that is one of my notification tones. So.
Okay.
Oh my God, I sound like that Southern girl who just kept talking about nothing that was on the show.
Lord
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
She just loves to hear herself talk.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
She did. Okay, but
Yeah, this girl.
was wonderful, clear.
What about her? What?
Exactly what they
beside
said.
amazing,
Thank you
what?
for not just going crazy, but that's how you know if someone has talent. If they're just gonna deliver you a song the way. I mean, we didn't even know what the song was, but we're like, damn, that was a good ass song. Good job. I liked her. You didn't like her. She was the first one to have a clear, like, good voice.
Okay, her
Wait,
voice
this
was
wasn't the cop, right?
beautiful. No.
This
No,
was the cop.
this
Okay,
wasn't the
okay.
cop.
Her voice, I think, was
Indian girl.
beautiful. Like, just like very pure and gentle. But she's gonna get completely lost in the competition. I don't think she has a strong enough voice for this competition, and she sounds like a Disney princess singing.
Wait,
So
she was
she
really
could
good. She cried at the
totally
end of her audition,
take-
right? She
Yes.
was like crying when she
Yeah,
got, She had a beautiful voice.
She had a beautiful voice, but
Gorgeous
she's
voice,
just
yeah.
not gonna get far because they're gonna eat her alive.
No, no,
Unless
no, no.
she has another side to her voice that we haven't seen
Who's
yet.
gonna eat her alive? The judges?
All the big voices.
Really?
No, but she's the
It's
only
too
one that
soft.
has an actual voice. Meaning, what?
I agree. I think she's gonna go
I think
the
she's gonna-
distance.
I
I
don't
think she's gonna
I
go a long
liked
way.
her.
She
I
was the
like
best
her.
in this entire episode.
Wow.
Well, you know what? And fans would agree. We have Joseph Boza saying Sonika was the best audition in this episode.
I agree. When
Those
you
are- you've
can
always been
make
my
people
favorite.
move like that, I mean, that
Really?
translates.
No, so
volumes.
tons of people. Look at this. Corvus 13, JMC, Sonika.
But you guys
Sonika.
know that Violet loves the
Nick Fradiani. Yes.
no, the Nick Fradiani, the Mark Andrews, the artistry, the like
Yeah.
the cool voices, the Zach Brown band kind of people.
Yes,
So
that's true.
and I'm like oh my God, I'm gonna sound like Gwen Stefani because she kept saying this all throughout the voice. I want to have an emotional connection to them.
So
Yeah.
did you
I
guys
want to have an emotional
I did. I
connection
thought
on a
she was
different.
I
great.
just
I
thought
mean,
it was
she moved
really
me.
yes, it was really pretty. And
I felt nothing.
really
Yeah.
she didn't do it. Okay, she didn't do enough, but the sound of
But
her
it was
voice
pretty.
and the way she
It was
did
pretty.
it was
I'll
so
definitely
clear.
good voice.
And
Just
she didn't.
I don't think
she wasn't. She didn't have any tricks. That's just the way she sang.
Okay, Violet, was it a bad performance?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's her. I feel like she stayed too true to herself for what we've seen her, and yeah, I just think she's just not
Violet
strong
wants
enough.
spice.
I hope she's strong enough. I hope she's.
Do you?
No, I do. I like her. She's really pretty. I think she could be marketable, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I say this for a reason, Steven. Violet, you were just craving. You wanted a bad performance.
No.
You did, because you asked me. Right, you asked me. She's not.
Well, I got what I wanted.
Exactly.
The next person.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it? Josa?
Oh my God.
Josiah?
Josiah from Scottsdale.
Dude,
Oh, you
Homie,
mean Go
this
Joe?
guy. First of all, I love the setup that he had. He had all these crazy fans, supporters around. Like he had a little entourage going
Yes.
on with T-shirts made, and he kind of walked through like, the next idol.
It was.
And he was. I mean, I knew right away. I was like, this is one of the guys who sucks.
Was he
because-
British?
that's-
No, that's exactly what I was gonna say. What pissed me off the entire time. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Just because you have an accent, so it doesn't mean you're not."
But he
the same
wasn't British.
voice.
He was like halfway
wasn't.
between New York and Britain, so I call it
He was just-
Mid-Atlantia.
He was trying to be Josh Groban.
Yeah.
It did
He-
not
he
succeed.
did have that run, yes.
Okay. Thank
He
you.
was annoying.
He was trying to
He
be
was-
someone
but
that he
he's-
wasn't.
Yeah,
You know what? And
it was a show. He wants to be on TV,
Low-key,
moving forward.
I think,
Not
yeah,
authentic.
I think it was like some social cues that were just not there. Also,
he
yeah.
literally needs.
And
to
his
watch
voice was
this.
not great. Forget all that other stuff we just talked about. His voice was not that
His
great.
voice wasn't that
But
good.
His
Can't we
voice
say
was a
average?
disaster.
Can't we see how important this was? You wanted me to skip this part, and
Yes, absolutely.
this is the other part of the show. You have to. This made Idol
Yeah.
what it was from the William Hungs.
But watching all the way up to there, weren't you like, oh, this is so nice? Like I'm enjoying the show. I'm sorry, but these people bother me. They annoy me.
Does it make
We're
you
too old for this
appreciate
shit.
the better performances that much more?
No, because that's what the show's about. And by after Hollywood, after auditions, we don't see this crap anymore. We forget about it. So it's just these couple weeks we gotta friggin' sit through it.
So you could do without
pissed.
those.
Yes.
You can't stand them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just funny. There are people out there, and I remember
When
in
they're
show choir.
funny-
No, not funny. But I mean, there are people out there who are like, no, I have an amazing voice. Like I can sing, and then
That's
they're
very
like,
true.
like that girl, you know. And so it's like so nuts to see how gnarly people can be, and you're like, oh my god.
But
you
this
sound
guy
like
was,
shit.
I think it was a little obvious. He got all his friends to do this, or probably pay these people to come here and make signs
He
and wear
was
his
classically
t-shirts.
trained.
And he
Idol
was
could have paid those people to do that.
serious.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
It is a singing
that's
contest.
exactly
It
what
is a
happened.
singing show. not a
Because
competition.
producers needed to throw
They
something
gotta
in
add
there.
some of that in there, yeah.
Those people were not his friends, please.
But it riled everyone up. Look, I love it that you're fired up by
I
it.
mean, if that was their purpose, it did its job.
So did you take it out on the Hobbs, New Mexico police officer, Ms. Irina
I love
Molinaro?
her.
Do you love her?
I love her.
Let's mark this down.
I love her.
We've
What do you
been
love about
doing
her?
I just love
Idol
her.
for
I
the
don't know.
last
She's just
84
look,
seasons.
I put a heart.
She's never loved another woman.
Then
That's
why do
true.
you love her?
I
She
don't
was
know. She's a
average.
cop. She's like kick ass.
Okay.
She's gorgeous. What
That's
else did I
true.
write? Her personality was awesome, and her voice was really good. And she did Patsy Cline, so boom.
Her voice was really good?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay, I love this. He's being honest here.
I have
good with a big G or a little G.
I have not even a G. I have
Good.
okay. I have she
my
was okay
God.
/ Harry hilarious because that's really all I took from that. I thought she was just average. I thought
Okay.
it was cool. Harry was really funny. He's just a funny guy in general, but that was
He's
like his funniest
amazing.
moment of the show. But she didn't stick out for me.
I thought she sounded nice. I didn't expect her to sound nice, and I think that she'll make it through this round, which she did. But I don't know if she'll go further than all.
You don't think she'll make it to live shows?
Right.
Okay, sounds
That was a
fair.
nice
Well,
way of
right
saying
in
she's a
the
goner.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's just one of those people. Like, if I were to get on the show, I might get past the judges, but I would never get past Hollywood. Just
So you're
Sorry.
Don't sell
yeah.
yourself short.
Really?
you're right.
We're teasing
I'll
that.
be posting a Snapchat of me singing right after this show.
Yay!
We'll have Steffi singing sometime throughout the season. And just a little bit of a side note, do stay tuned for future episodes, which we will have many guests and maybe some alumni.
Some alumni.
Dun, dun, dun.
Done.
Yeah.
Keep it here. So now we're moving on to, is it Sylvie Lee Walker?
You mean Sylvia Lee Walker from Georgia?
That's
Who
right.
talks
The
too
Georgia
much, goes in
Peach.
circles, and loves to hear herself talk. Is this the one?
Why are you
my
telling me
Lord.
about your blanket, girl?
Girl,
And
get
next
your,
time-
and get the out.
And
Child,
get back
please.
into high school.
Please, thank you.
Jesus, fix it. Why did she yodel?
I don't know.
That
it
was
was
so
painful.
sad.
Did she have the choice to yodel or sing, or did they just hear her yodel
I-
and then they just assume like, well, I guess that's all you came here to do?
I think she was so
You know what?
dumb
I
that
also-
she just yodeled.
No, I don't think she's like that much.
I am giving
We're
you so
being,
much Twitter credit right now.
Yeah, we're
What's your
being-
handle again?
At Violet Kanian,
You're
send me your
welcome.
love.
I okay.
I would have liked to hear her sing.
I
Right,
would
no,
not.
I didn't because you know what? The way she was acting,
Get out.
I feel like she told all her friends, "Hey, y'all, I'm about to go make a fool of myself on American Idol. Make sure to watch, and I bet you they put me on TV." Sure enough.
And
they
she's
put
like, I'm not gonna stop talking because that's how I'm gonna get on TV.
Yeah.
The longer I talk, the longer I
$100
get
she
on.
wants to be an actress and not a singer.
I bet her parents are like hyping her up with that too. Like, yeah, keep doing that. Keep talking like that.
No,
Now
I
gotta
bet you
talk
they're
faster.
not. He said, she said, my daddy has me go outside and yodel to the cow so that I can bring him in. That means your daddy said you sound like shit. She's gonna go get the tongs.
Get out
Get
the
the damn cows.
This is episode 1. I thought you guys would bring this in like at least episode 2 or 3.
Aren't you just so excited? I'm Look
This
at
is the
that.
farewell
And the
season.
Clippers won today. Clip Squad.
Clip
Sorry.
Squad.
Hey.
But I do like
Lakers.
country music, and
Thank you,
I
okay.
mean, I do appreciate country music a lot. So, like, we have a couple other country contestants, so I enjoy hearing that. I would have liked to hear her sing if she had some talent.
Why did you think she could sing from her yodels?
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, yodeling
I
has
couldn't-
nothing to do with country music.
Agreed. Couldn't decipher from the yodeling, but if she came on and I don't know, got an audition, I would just hope she could sing. And I like country.
Because she's cute.
Let me ask this.
Kind of cute.
Is it better to have a god-awful singer or a middle-of-the-road yodeler?
Can we move on to the next contestant?
Alright.
JC, you are my favorite host of my whole
Yodeling?
life.
No, you are.
Aww.
All right.
Take it. I'm just kidding.
Going down memory lane, we had a couple of people that came back.
Yay.
Yes, we had
Krie.
Siobhan, DJ, was it?
Shavizzle.
Shavizzle. I loved her.
Sixth
is my
audition.
I
Yes.
really liked her.
Good for her.
Yeah.
What? No, she was That's literally what I wrote.
I love her and
Right.
her voice.
I liked her a lot. I thought she was awesome.
Oh, and her vibe.
I like her perseverance.
Her vibe.
Coming back 6 times, she can handle rejection. She can handle thick skin in the business.
Yeah.
Give me that side eye, girl. And
I'm giving it to you.
I thought she kind of sounded like Kehlani. You guys, the singer Kehlani?
Oh.
She's popular right now.
I think I do know who you're talking about, but 6 times, maybe you're not gonna make it. Maybe
Take a clue.
Take a clue.
Candace
It's
Glover.
third time a charm, not 7.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And her waist was like this.
And what she sang, she sounded nice, so she heard herself, so she's improved. But I can almost bet you money you will stay right there. She won't be able to leave that because anything outside of that, she's probably her tone or her range is just not. I know it's not going to be there.
Girl.
I don't know it's not gonna be there. Mrs. I don't think Sonika sang good. Get out of here.
I said she did.
Well, let's compare the 3 because there was DJ Shavizzle.
Hold on, guys. Her ring keeps blinding me.
Sorry.
Bling blow.
That is a pretty big ring. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna tell your husband you said that.
Settle down, settle down. Corey Wheeler.
I love him.
Was he the? No, you said.
The
I think he
worship
was.
singer.
The one that scared you.
Not the worships. Wait,
No,
no.
he was
He was the barista.
I just got a Snapchat from Clark Beckham.
Oh,
I would put him on, but I'm not going to.
What is up, Clark? What's going on? Glad. I hope
Love
you're watching.
you.
Now you have pressure to come on the show.
You
Y'all,
have
he's gonna
to.
be a guest.
Uh-oh.
And we'll behave. Kind of.
Violet. I don't know.
I don't
I'm on
know,
the fence on
maybe.
that. No, but I couldn't get the name of the 3rd girl, and that's the one that kind of snuck in.
Yeah, the redhead with the guitar. We didn't get her name. We were going to rewind
Which
it, but we didn't get
redhead?
it.
See, you have to
Because-
be careful. Those
but-
are the ones they sneak in.
Because these are these are the ones that are gonna be super like impresionante or sorry, what's the word in English?
She's gonna leave an impression.
Yeah. Thank you.
Even I got that one.
No, but I feel like I would say it wrong in English. Like it would sound like Yoda if I tried saying it in English. Anyways, she was either they're gonna be huge or these are people that are they're just filling spots.
The huge people are the ones they put more attention on.
I agree. Completely
sure.
agree.
Okay, so then yeah, they're not
Just
good.
filling times.
Is this the redhead with the freckles?
Yes, redhead. She had the guitar.
Can
I
we
wrote
just
she was
move
just okay.
forward?
Not great. I think DJ
I don't even remember her
Shavizzle. I'd
singing.
like to see more of her.
I do too.
We'll see
I
if she
like
does
her.
more.
DJ,
Siobhan?
I would like to see her maybe like sing over some of her own tracks, do something new and innovative. Because the
Yes.
guy at the end of the show, who was with the last Idol winner, he was like, "We need
Scott
the
Borchetta.
next new thing, not the next cookie cutter." So like, have a DJ who produces
Okay.
her own tracks and then sings over that. That's the next new thing.
Let's move in. Okay, let's do a segment because actually that's the next segment. That's where Ryan spoke to Scott Borchetta and Nick Fradiani. And what do we have? A message from? Okay, all right, coming
I'm
up a
not
little bit later.
excited.
But I want to talk about Nick Fradiani and Scott Borchetta. How good to see Nick. Are we happy on the news?
Good to see Nick. We love you, Nick. We
I love you,
we love
Nick.
you. We love you.
I got hate mail from some people.
About what?
Me loving Nick too much.
What? I love Nick.
Y'all can sit your asses down because I
Yeah.
love him.
Yes, told
up?
you. That's why I said I told Violet earlier that in my Snapchats when we're on Idol, she always has a Southern accent.
I don't know where it comes
It's
from.
only on this show, I promise you.
And I do Nashville, so it comes out there too.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry, I'm
I was
sorry.
just going to ask you what you guys thought about Scott Borchetta's comments and what he's looking for. Is he looking for?
He watched our after show. That's what happened.
Is he looking
Damn
for
right
a
he did.
Jax, perhaps, from last season?
I don't know, but I hope you learned your mistake, Mr. Borchetta, because he was being silly. I just wanted to be more on top of it. He said no more. What did he say? No more cookie cutters. Yeah, but that's what you like apparently. So
Nick,
let's see.
cookie cutter?
No, but I don't know. I just feel like he just sounds. I don't like that guy. I don't like him. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
He talks out of
We're
his
going to reach
school.
out to Scott, see if we can get him on the phone in upcoming weeks so
I'll
you
tell
guys
him.
can have a little tete-a-tete.
I'm sure he's a
I
nice
like-
person, but
I like his comment. I can see what you say. Sometimes people say things and they don't actually follow up when maybe he does take on cookie cutter artists or whatever. But I like his comment saying that there's got to be something new. It's got to be something innovative. I think the trends in music are constantly changing, and I think it is kind of moving towards like a new sound even now. So I like the idea of bringing something brand new to the table.
he's gonna end up contradicting himself, though.
He's also the man
Absolutely.
behind Taylor Swift, so the man
cutters.
knows what he's talking about. So we'll see what happens.
Not
I
big on
think,
Taylor.
What's that?
Not big on Taylor.
No,
Good.
not big on
Not a fan.
Taylor.
No.
Okay.
You'll fit in right
shake
real
her off.
well here.
Oh, I'll shake her off. Did you guys hear that?
Brunch.
Let's move on to baby news with Mr. Joshua.
Wicker.
Yes.
This is
Oh,
you
I'm
didn't like him or you
completely-
did like him?
Wait, let me see what
This
I
is
did.
the one that I compared to Mark Andrew, and I liked his
Oh,
voice
I do
because
like him.
his artistry, and he sounded I could hear how he, like, his voice almost sounded the same when he sang. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like that also, but he wasn't the best, but there's something about him that I liked.
Is that singer-songwriter bad?
Yeah.
Bad.
I don't know.
That's gonna be
It was
my word
cool.
of the
I know
season.
that both of you guys didn't like him because I saw your guys' high five.
I didn't like him.
I know.
I loved him.
Oh.
I really did.
Okay,
Keith Urban, quote, "You sang it like you wrote it."
Yes.
To compliment what you just said.
Yes.
100% agree. He sang Stay by Rihanna. He's a worship singer and creative director of a church. Awesome. Big ups to Jesus. What up? I wrote down Nick Jonas, and it sounds like a little bit of raspy male Adele. A little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, when I was watching him, I was just hearing like Nick Jonas and like a little bit of like the raspiness in Adele. Not like the big voice Adele, but a little bit of like, yeah.
This is what I like. Everyone's got varying opinions. I think he'll go far, but not. I don't know if it's necessary. Yes, he has a good voice, but the southeast of the United States will love him.
Right.
Where do all the votes come?
Really, guys?
From the southeast of the United States.
True.
Most of the votes come from there. So he's a dad. He's just had a baby. He's a worship leader.
That's what I'm saying. He's got the whole package
Yeah.
with like the church thing,
Yeah.
the family.
We'll see how he can deliver other songs.
I don't.
You don't like him?
I like him. I like his voice. When he sings, he has a lot of personality. But when he doesn't, he's just like.
Okay, let's do a comparison.
No, I thought he was
Really?
charming.
I thought he's forgettable, and he's just.
I thought he was very humble.
I like the way he rubbed his wife's
He's very
belly.
like. I'm like, hey, hi, everybody.
Could it be nerves?
I don't
No,
know.
it
he's
could
just
be
very,
Jesus
like,
in love. It could just be that. Remember when?
Fix it, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to hell.
No, girl, I'll meet you there. Don't worry. I'm just like.
Oh my
We're
God.
gonna have fun though.
You two are just
We haven't seen
controversial
each other in a
too.
really
I know,
long
in a
time.
really long time.
Okay.
You guys are
break.
about as controversial as our next couple.
Oh man.
This is the meat of the episode, I believe.
I
Yes,
just
it really
I
is.
just posted something on Facebook saying 5 reasons why marriages today don't work. I wish they would have said 6. Do not try out for American Idol together because that shit will be bad.
True
They're
words never
probably
spoken.
already divorced. Can we
No.
check on that?
No.
They were
Chat
very
room.
they were very positive. They were wonderful.
They
This
were
is
too
Alex
positive.
and Jordan Sason. I didn't have the last name.
I didn't get the.
Whatever.
I didn't get the last name.
So the
Sassy.
American
Sasser.
Sasser. They came together and they have a beautiful child who is super charming as well. And I feel really bad because when Alex gave her performance, I thought I was surprised. I loved her voice, but she was corny to me and it was just too like yodely and like I'm singing to my child so that she can go to sleep. And that sucked because I'm really surprised that they didn't hear the quality in her voice and not ask her to sing something not so perky. You know? Or they didn't want a married couple on the show together.
We've had that before.
Have
We've
we?
had couples.
I feel like we have.
But they're married and have a baby. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I mean, well, Stephen, what are your thoughts? Jordan or both?
Well, with
Or
Alex, I immediately wrote down she sounds like she should be doing commercials for Target. It sounded very
Yes.
commercially, not like commercial record sales, but commercial for like JCPenney, Target, something like that. It was
Like, do
very.
you love it? I love it.
So when one of the judges said it didn't sound very passionate, I 100% agree with that. And then at the end, when she's like crying, saying they didn't really hear my voice, Jordan was playing with the baby on the floor.
Oh, hell no.
How dare you place blame on your husband like that, who killed it and is there supporting you and is your #1 fan, and because you didn't come with passion and they did hear your voice, I thought he gave her a great critique. So for her to say that, that's when I said to you guys, I bet she's going to regret when she sees that.
Of course she
that
is.
segment aired, because that was just a ridiculous comment for her to make. She's the
That
one who
was
blew it,
really
not
bad.
Okay, so she wasn't valid in her anger.
And I love that J-Lo was like, I looked over at your wife and she was looking at you all sweet and I started crying. No, J-Lo, that
No,
was
she
an
was like,
evil, I'm gonna kill you
I
look.
know. I know.
You're a newlywed, Violet. Yeah. So
Yes,
yes.
that is definitely, I'm gonna
That's
kill
the
you
look?
look. That's the look.
Okay. all
No,
right.
but she was disappointed in herself because she got excited and
She wasn't though.
She
proved, she like showed it that she wasn't disappointed in herself. She thought she did a fabulous job.
Exactly.
She was disappointed that her husband was stealing
playing
the
with
show.
the kid or something in the corner.
because the judges were like, I was distracted. Why they shouldn't have said they were distracted by that. But the thing is that that was her problem. Was just, I think it was a passion thing. As much as she sounded like a Target commercial, she had a good voice. Had she just done it better and sang actually something and not Bruno Mars, it would have been better. Because Bruno Mars sounds good for him because he's like this teeny bopper kind of a guy. I mean, that was
not her
like
song.
50.
it was just a bad song choice. I feel really bad.
Yeah.
I
don't.
know. I bet you she
don't-
really does sing good.
They're like these happy, oh my god, we're like joy to the world, but they're not. and I felt very they
Well,
were very fake, and I don't like either of them.
I felt bad because when Jordan sang, he had that same lightness to him.
Yeah, but
and Keith Urban was like, "Oh, so that's just normal."
I think they were trying really hard to be likable. Like, we're like this young, cute, married couple. I think they were worshipers or whatever, too. And they have their little baby with them. Like, stop. It's all fake.
I like sitting next to Violet because
I'm sorry. It was, I didn't feel any bit of genuineness from them.
I thought that it was.
Really?
And I just think that she's a brat.
Yeah, exactly. She's a brat. She didn't move on because of her, not because of anyone else. Jordan, I thought, had a great voice, and he should be doing musical theater.
Yeah.
I don't think he's mainstream. I don't think he's going to get radio play.
you can already tell off this first performance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could see he has a big voice. He's reaching the back of a theater, doing musical theater, doing
And he did
whatever
Celine,
makes show
and he
like.
loved it. And
Him.
That's where I saw his voice.
yeah.
So we all kind of agree pretty much that Alex got what she deserved, and then Jordan,
Sorry, Toots.
we'll see how far he goes. But I think this one, the next singer had a split. Very different opinions, and this was, I believe it was Courtney, age 24, and I noticed Stephen and Violet's face when he was, see, you're already grimacing. Stephen, what's up? Thoughts?
Not great, not memorable. His voice was average to me. The guitar, I mean, his song, I think J-Lo had a great critique saying it was very dark, it was scary at times. I thought his performance was very drawing. It drew you in, and it made you want to look at more, made you want to see more, and it was very mysterious, and that's cool. Singing, average. The guitar playing was, I guess, kind of average too. I don't think he deserved a ticket to move on.
Wow.
I kind of agree. My thing was that what I liked about it, they kept commenting that he had a nice voice, and I think that the scary part of it was the passionate part of it, and that's what I loved, because he reminded me of maybe not a huge like arena, but I could definitely see him like performing at bar less a bit, whatever
A dive bar.
A bar here in Los Angeles. There are
kill
plenty
it.
of bars, and kill it, and people would be super into it, and I think that that's all I could see. I couldn't really see past that, but I was really impressed with, like, I wasn't impressed, but I was kind of taken back at his passion, because it was there, and I think that he kind of channeled his mother in that performance, and that's what made it a little bit dark.
Okay.
But the vocals weren't where I wanted them to be for him to go forward.
So you say they were judging him on being a tortured soul,
No,
a
they
tortured
were
singer?
a little, yes, that, but they said that they heard the voice and they wanted to lighten him up. When it's like, you're not going to be able to lighten him up. You need to say, can you bring more with your voice? Because is he going to be able to sing another song not in that range? You know, anything higher than what he was singing? Probably not. So
Or up tempo.
So we got one definite no, one maybe. Violet.
I don't know. I was really torn on him. I wanted to like him a lot. Like, I think he's cute. I do. If you like take the hair and the mustache and everything out, his eyes are really nice. But yeah, when he started singing, I wasn't expecting that, so I was just like, whoa. And I don't know. I liked his voice a lot. I stopped watching for a minute and I just listened to him, and I liked his voice.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't. His vibe.
it's a maybe. Remember how he looked at J-Lo and he's like, her answer is going to be like a maybe yes. I feel like mine was a maybe yes, and I was going to just leave it for the judges to decide.
I think he could be like a lead singer of a band. I don't think he can ever be like a solo commercial.
I'm looking forward to seeing. He's entertaining to watch, because those eyes when he was singing, I mean, he had a lot of emotion, a lot of stuff going on up here when he was singing. So I'm interested to see what's to come next. But I don't think he's better than DJ Savizzle.
You just like saying that.
When he gets to the end of the line, that's going to be a tough cut, I think, because we're going to find out so much more. He's that one with the story. No one's going to want to see him go just because of the story, and there's always an allotment for that type of person on the show. Do I see him winning? No.
Right.
But there's more to be told. It's episode 1, guys. So,
And I don't know why, but I got like an Adam Lambert vibe from him.
Absolutely
I just
not.
like got
Wow.
just like
I think it's because of his hair and his complexion.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
We got to keep going
now
though.
let's wrap this up with our last two, and of course this is Shelby Z.
oh boy, she's just a southern peach, ain't she?
And she is a big personality. Reminded me of Skylar Lane. I believe it's from a couple seasons ago. Think of that one. Stu on that one. Violet, yes. While you think.
Was she the cute little redhead?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I liked her. She did a good Miranda Lambert song.
Big, but in one thing I noticed, that first hour, you mentioned that it was, you know, it was beautiful. You guys were crying. That second hour to me seemed like old Idol. It got back into the groove. Back, okay, we're American Idol. This is what we do.
Yeah.
You know, we
Let's
got
crank them out.
a couple stories, but she ended strong. I mean, America's gonna love her. Big personality, big voice. Does that equal a win?
I expected her to sound that way. I liked her high notes. That's all the critique I have for her.
I think she's right up there
Interesting.
with a lot of the major country stars right now in the female version. I mean, she's
This is your
sounded-
wheelhouse, so.
Yeah, I mean, she sounded like Carrie Underwood to me. I think she's right up there with a lot of big country stars. I loved Harry's critique where he said, you know, it seems like you're the type of person that's coming in and you're going to win. Like, you're going for the gold. You're not here for the BS. I agree with that critique. Big voice, great. I could totally hear her on the radio and could see her having an album. On
So
CD.
do we? Let's have a little fun. It's our last season. You think she'll go live? She'll make it to the
She
top 24?
might.
I think she will. I mean, out of everyone we saw
Throw it
today.
out there.
I don't know.
I'm Switzerland.
And they
also.
loved her. I always get mad at performances like this where I'm like, no, she's not. I don't think she's good. And then they loved her so much. And so I was like,
I
okay.
get annoyed too.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know yet.
So you're
I have to
looking
see her
at
something else because I see this country artist a lot.
That's
a lot.
Yes.
Very
Yes,
true.
I agree.
A lot.
And I think we're gonna see
I
her
need to see.
a lot
Let
more.
me. What other song can you bring that these other country girls couldn't do? And can you bring a nice? I want to hear her sing an up tempo country song as well. Like if she can bring that quirkiness that those good old Southern girls can do. So I don't know.
All right.
Yep.
Violet. Okay.
I liked her. I thought she's cute. Her voice was really, really good. I think she was better than I expected her to be. But I totally agree with Stephanie. She's so typical.
Yep.
Typical country girl singer. And her
Agreed.
style needs a massive makeover.
She works in a beauty salon
In the South.
in the South. Come on.
So
Fix
the
it,
girl
Jesus.
with really big hair.
And last one before we head out, Violet. What's your Twitter handle?
Oh, God. Oh.
And Kim, I think this is the first time I've ever seen Kim
Hater.
Kardashian. I know, I was hating. I am.
Hater.
Anyways, okay. I don't really care about talking about them, so who cares?
Yeah, can we just move forward?
Okay,
Yes,
we're
you
getting
can
the hook,
find
guys.
me.
So
Where can they find you?
Wait, I had gossip.
Oh.
What?
I mean news.
We may have to save it for
Okay, well, Adam Lambert was the top-selling American Idol contestant, winner, blah, 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 last year, 2015. He sold like $10 million on albums.
Nice.
Non-winner.
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 Wonderful.
Yes,
Had the most
non-winner.
record sales
Non-winner.
and-
Yeah,
okay.
blah, blah,
The
blah.
voice doesn't even have a winner that has that.
It's
Sorry.
chaotic, guys. We promise we'll fix it next week. So,
Love you.
with all that said, Steven, where can they find you?
At Stephen Helmkamp on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, on Instagram at @TheStephanieGiorgi. And next week for the American Idol After Show.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Vine,
Everything.
at Violet Kanian.
And you can find me on Periscope, Twitter, and Instagram at JC Rubio TV. So for Steven, Steffi G, Violet, I'm JC. Jason Eichler will be back next week. Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Ray.
Thank you, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.